out there and happy holidays. We have been uh, away.
Yes, we have.
I've been a little under the weather, and but always so glad to be back and be able to share a segment of Here's the Life with Zemrah. Of course, my better half, Ed.
Thank you, baby.
Yes. So it is cold, and it is my favorite time of the year, Christmas time
Yes.
and birthday time.
Yes,
I'm
right.
getting ready to celebrate a milestone, so I'm excited about that because when you look at so many people, even young people, aren't making it to the next day.
Mhm.
Shot, making stupid decisions, drugs, everything, guns, all that. But we want, I feel very, very blessed.
Your Christmas, baby.
Yes.
Been a
Well,
Christmas.
not Christmas, baby, 2 days after Christmas.
Well, it's the same thing right in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Well, like my mom used to say, you
I
wouldn't want to
want
hold by
hang
your
on your
neck
neck.
to the end. That's a 2 day difference.
Okay.
Yes. So, um, we've been going through, a few transitions as far as getting things together. The cold can bring on colds, and I um, winded up with bronchitis. So still, healing from that. But we wanted to make sure that we got out this evening for our show because coming into the new year, we want to make sure that you are on point for the new year and doing all the good things that will bring you into a great year. Because I definitely claim 2020 to be a year of years.
This
We're
is
bringing
this.
back our Here's to Life Concert 7 for 2020, and I'm really excited about that. Still around Sweetest Day, and got some other things that we're working on. Again, my CD, Love is Possible, is on iTunes, on Spotify, it's on YouTube, and a whole lot of other um, streamings that you can purchase the CD. Want to make sure that you download UR. UR is a fabulous song that you can dedicate to your significant other for birthdays, for anniversaries. It's just a beautiful love song and ballad that that is one of my favorites. I am just partial to that song, but I love ballads anyway. But that song just takes me someplace else. It is an absolute winner, and everybody that hears it just loves it. So make sure that you take time, go to iTunes, and download You Are. The lyrics are so powerful, they say it all. It's just a story that in that song written by none other than the fabulous Pamela Wilkes, who just takes lyrics and she's just a writer. I mean,
She's
just
a she's a
awesome.
she's a
She's pathetic,
romantic,
yeah, and she's a
romantic at heart.
romanticist, yes. And I just and our collaboration together is just awesome. She's a wonderful sister, beautiful sister, and I told her to give her a shout out. And to all of you single men out there that is looking for a great woman, Pamela Wilkes. Go to her
No,
Facebook,
you didn't.
Pamela Wilkes.
You pimping
Now
my
she
girl.
now I will say this. She don't take no wooden nickels. So it's got to be somebody of substance and know how to treat a woman because she got a father
You
and brothers
you
that
can't you
definitely
can't put on the
know how to
market
treat
on
a woman.
radio.
Oh yeah, she don't care. She know I got her back on that. She knows that. I mean, hey, she's a beautiful woman. Go to her Facebook
Well, she
and
really
like her
is.
Facebook,
I get it.
Pamela
I get it. I
Wilkes.
gotta admit, she really is. She really is.
Yeah, from a man's point of view, I mean, she's a beautiful sister,
Yeah.
and she's beautiful. What's really, and she's been on the show several times. And the beautiful thing about it is she's beautiful on the inside as
Yeah.
well as the out. And that's when you say that a woman or even a man has substance when they are beautiful
On
on the
the
inside,
inside,
because that's what matters really. Now,
beautiful
Ed,
on
you wanted to share something
the.
before we go into our holiday segment.
Well,
And
that is the holiday segment. Holiday segment is about a new beginning, a new year, a new decade. We
okay, well, it
started.
is a new decade.
We in the 20s now. 2020. Remember
Yeah.
back in the when 2000 was coming around, people said, "Oh, the world's going to come
Can
to
you
an end."
believe?
It was,
And I was thinking about that year 2000, and here we're at 2020
and
already.
that was
It
20
seemed like we were just celebrating 2020.
that was
I
20
mean,
years ago.
20 2000.
2000, 20 years ago.
Oh, really? You can
Yes,
count.
and
That's what I
see,
said.
don't get fired me, woman.
Oh my God,
Anyway, yeah.
2020,
But
another
that's what
decade.
the new year is all about. It's about finding yourself, finding a new direction, correcting some of the mistakes that you made in the past or the mistakes that you're going through right now. Get out of them, start over, because nothing, the change is about to come, and things can't change until something stops. If you're going to start doing anything, something you're going to have to stop doing,
Yeah.
because the two cannot exist together. So, whatever you're doing and you plan on doing something differently, choose what it is you're going to stop doing because you can't do it all. You only got so much time and so much energy, and you can't do both.
Now, when you say that, what do you mean?
I mean that if I wanted to say, like everybody tells the same old lie every year, I'm going to start working out. But there's something I'm doing right now, during that time that I'm supposed to be working, that I'm doing right now. Whatever that is, I don't care if it's coming home, taking a nap, or going shopping or whatever. You're gonna have to stop doing that and fill that time with your new activity of working out. Nothing's free. You cannot squeeze everything in. You can't say I'm going to do this and not stop doing something else. But if you focus on the fact that whatever I'm supposed to start doing, something's going to have to suffer. Something's going I'm going to have to stop doing. That's why people get bored.
But why does something? Why do you say something has to suffer?
Well, something has to stop because if you don't go with that in mind, then you're going to pretend like you have all the time in the world to do everything you always been doing, and the new thing that you're doing, you're going to stop doing it. Eventually, it's going to be in your way. So, but if you go with the mindset in the beginning that I have to pick out something I'm going to stop doing,
Especially something that's going to benefit your health. We
right?
you know we're prime on that. So something that's going to create a new body or create new health for you. That whatever else definitely would need to be
If you get up
eliminated.
every Saturday morning, you go shopping with your girlfriend, that's going to have to stop. Or you're going to have to get up earlier and stop doing something else and go and take care of that and then go shopping.
Oh yeah,
Something's going to have to change.
yeah.
So whatever you decide, I'm going to start doing something. Believe me, I don't care if they tell you, well, don't worry about it. It's only take a few minutes a day. That's going to interrupt your routine. And you have to keep in mind that whatever your routine is, it's going to have to stop. You cannot start anything until you stop doing something else. So whatever it is you like to do, you have to stop doing it before you can start doing something else. And then once you understand that, you won't get disappointed and discouraged and quit
Before you get started.
before you start. 3 weeks later, you're not doing it anymore. Or you just don't keep your word about what you say you're going to do. So just
And
keep
you have to make that promise and that vow to yourself. A lot of times, we do make a lot of raggedy resolutions
raggedy.
because I say raggedy because you don't
Well,
really and
we
truly,
pretend that we're going
yeah.
to change. We pretend we're going to get better. It sounds good at the beginning, and it sounds good because we go around telling our friends. Anything you're really serious about, you don't have to tell anybody. Just
Absolutely.
do it.
Just do it. Let
So
let
for,
let let everything show for
so if
itself.
everybody's talking about what they're going to do, trust me, they're not going to do anything
Yeah.
because you don't really talk about what you seriously going to try to do. You
Well,
don't
you
have to
know how
talk
we
about it.
roll. I use
You got to do. You don't have to tell nobody
right.
because first thing you're gonna do is discourage you and tell you about you ain't got time for it, you can't do that, and that's why your back is starting to hurt because now you start working out. You need to quit.
Yeah.
They make you quit. You go, yeah, you're right. Then you go back to exactly where you were before.
And then you miss the
Right,
main
because you've
thing.
got to get over that hump and get past the pain so you get to another better body. My thing this year is self identity for everyone to find out who you are. That thing about doing a DNA test is good, but what people are going to find out about that is that they belong to everybody. They're part of everything. They're part of it. Most nationalities come from one thing or one DNA. So we're all related. Scientists have proven that everybody on this planet are related to each other. And the worst thing that happened, that the spirit of separation and negativity taught us, is separation. That was the first sin, is to separate the people first from their belief in their creator, and then from each other. That's the only thing that keeps the world from coming together. Because we have to see people as ourselves. We have to see them as us. We have to see them as our brothers and sisters and our relatives. Before you can do harm to that person, you have to see them as a person. And if you're going to do any harm to them, you have to take that away. You have to dehumanize them before you can do that harm to them. But keeping that type of mentality in the universe keeps people apart, and those that are who rule us can continue to do so because it keeps us separated. Because when people get their minds together, decide we want peace, we want health care, we want our children to have a first class education. Outside of that, what are you doing with our money? If you can't take care of the children and educate them, and hunger and homelessness, there shouldn't be homelessness anywhere on the planet.
Definitely not.
But
Not in America.
it is, and people say, "Well, that's a lot. That's going to cost a lot." What's the money got to do with it? You have to have the will to do it first. How to do it, just a matter of thought. Once you decide you are going to do something, the how doesn't matter. How is a secondary. That's something just sit down and figure out. But you have to have the will to do it and say, I am not going to live in fear anymore. That my son will go out the streets today, and there's a chance he might not come back. That's a form of torture. To live, the child should not have to live like that.
Yeah,
I
that's a
hope
lot of
I hope I
children
make
in
it through
that
the
type of
school year,
fear.
or I hope I make it through the school,
Yeah,
you know, day. Hope I
yeah.
make it home today. If I make it to 25, I'm lucky. That's destroying all
I
hope.
mean, with all of the things that's happening, just like with the season that we're in now, you know, I tell women, we definitely have to be careful.
But
I
why?
mean, but because people are people are absolutely ill.
Yeah, but see, doesn't that sound strange? If people should be afraid of people?
Well, we know that, Ed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
That should not be, but the reality of it
I mean,
is that you have, like my mother always said, you have to watch as well as pray. It's dangerous out here. And that's just a fact. It's real. But we come and we say with all sincerity to stop it. Because what are you benefiting from hurting your brother or hurting your sister, robbing from the elders? I mean, what do you have to gain by that? We're asking that you eliminate that. If you need help, seek help. But to shoot to kill and to rob people. And I was looking on the news the other day where this lady, someone left her a note on her steps. They stole her package and left her a note and said, I got your
thank you.
package and thanks.
Well, yeah,
I mean, the world is just in trouble.
well, they're getting bolder and bolder, and they don't see anything
And that
wrong.
is what is fearful.
And
No, you don't want to live in fear.
and
And you do have to watch as well as pray. But that's something we want to appeal and say stop it, and
yeah, you got.
especially doing it to each other. We do things to each other. That's what's heartbreaking.
Well, it's because we don't see the other as a relationship with the other person. That's actually my cousin, my auntie, my brother, my sister. They don't, so they cannot see themselves in the other person. You have a different view of the world when you can look at another person and say that's another expression of me. That's another life's expression of me. Everybody doesn't look the same. Everybody's a little bit different, but we all the same. That's just another
Well, I don't know
expression
why people don't get that.
because they never taught that. You have to, if you want to teach somebody something, you have to teach them while they're young. Young
No, we
people,
always talk
young
about
people are
that.
like
That's a
sponges. So
fact.
the experiences they have when they're young, they carry throughout the rest of their life.
Right.
You know it, and everybody, I know it too. You can remember stuff when you were 3 or 4 years old. You never forgot it because that's the impressionable age Once by the time child gets to be 9, it's all over. So
Well,
teach them.
nowadays, by the time they get 6 and 7,
But if you talk to a baby, you look them in the eyes and talk to them, even if they don't speak, they understand exactly what you're saying.
well, that's a lot of times it's important for mothers that are even uh, um, carrying their babies to talk to their babies while they're in the womb.
Right. If you talk to
Yeah,
them in the room, why can't you talk when they come from school? You stop doing it. You're supposed to
well,
communicate what you learned today. What did they try to teach you? Once you find out, you might have to go up to the school and say, "You're not teaching my son or daughter the right thing," because you don't even know what they're teaching
yeah,
because you never ask. So ask, because that's the age that you are teaching your child all the principles and values that they have within them. They get in now from TV, from friends, from the streets, and especially from you. So you're supposed to tell them exactly what the world is about. Not what you see on TV, not what you see in the street. I'm telling you what the truth is.
absolutely.
And explain to exactly to them whatever it is they see, tell them what it is they're looking at. And explain it to them. Because that's the age that they are starting to build their character as to who they are and their relationship to the world, the community, the family, and especially that they have a connection to the rest of the universe.
Yeah,
Nobody teaches a child that because that's where they get the uh, emergency button from in life. When things go bad, that's where you can go. But they don't know that because they've never taught it. They don't know that there's a part of their brain that's connected to the rest of the universe, where all information and all dreams and all ideas and all creation comes from. And it comes to everybody.
yeah, that's important. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a short pause for the cause, and I got a little Christmas music for you. We're here at IntellectualRadio.com. Here's the life with Zemrah. Yeah.
Christmas, a mass for Christ.
Sing me a song of Christmas cheer. Sing me a song of love. Sing a song of Christmas cheer. Sing a Christmas song. Oh, laced with love, adoring to my enchant me, excite me, baby. You are all I need. Now it's Christmas time, my darling, my favorite time of the year. So hold me tight, close. I wanna feel you make love to me, sweet love to me. For Christmas time is here. Sing me a song of Christmas cheer. Sing me a song of love. Christmas cheer. A beautiful tune that we're going to we're just sharing a little bit. We shared a little bit of it with you last year. And again, lyrics written by Pamela Wilkes and music by me. So the way we come together with our lyrics and music is just phenomenal. I just really really love it. It's just awesome. Um, but one of the things that we wanted to talk about, Christmas being always too can be a very, very, we've talked about it before, and you can never really talk about it enough. It can be a very stressful time of the year. So we say that there's so many other things you can do. You can bake a cake for someone, you can bake some cookies for someone, um, take somebody to dinner. It doesn't always have to be something that's over the top, elaborate. out of your budget, uh, just to be able to give someone sometimes a beautiful fruit basket that you've put together, or something, a favorite flower or something. There's so many things that you can do, and the main thing is the thought. Many people struggle trying to go beyond their means and give, and it's always wonderful to give. I am a giver. I believe in giving, and with me loving Christmas and being in the month of December, Christmas truly is my favorite time of the year. That's so another reason why that song connected with me too, Christmas cheer. But I think it's important people to not stress themselves out, to just wind up going broke almost for Christmas, because Christmas is one day. And then you have to make sure that you really and truly, when we talk about children, Christmas is for the children, but you always want to make sure that they understand too the gift of giving. And when you give and not always expect, that's important too. And it's the little things that really and truly matter. It's the little things that really count. And just to tell someone that you love them and that you want them to be well in life, you can sit down and write a beautiful letter, write a beautiful poem. Like I do greeting cards. You can make a beautiful greeting card, your own Christmas card that you give someone. And we have got to learn to, on the receiving end, to not always be caught up with a dollar sign behind the gift, but that we understand the thought of giving. And that's what's important. And when you raise your children to understand that, I might not be able to give you $100 gift card this year. I might not be in the position where I can spend a whole lot of money and go into debt. And that's one of the things that we always wind up doing, going into debt. And then you wind up struggling the whole rest of the year, of another year, struggling trying to pay debt off in order to have Christmas. So what you want to make sure you do is that always, Ed and I always say, a wonderful, wonderful meal. But the main thing is to understand the real blessing of Christmas, and the fact that you're here for another Christmas. You're able to share family and enjoy a beautiful meal, and just love and cherish one another. And I think that's what's important too, is knowing to love and cherish one another, because life is so precious. Life is so good to have and to embrace. And so it's very important to raise your children to know that. And young men, honoring your mothers and loving your mothers and valuing your mothers. That is so very important. There's so many young men, that talk to their mothers like they are just simply Negroes on the street. And I think that's important. Turn that around and make that a gift for Christmas. That, Mom, I'm going to value you more. I'm going to show you how much I love you. If you have me to do any chores, I'm going to do it with a smile. I'm going to do it because you asked, not because you made me do it, but because I know that it needed to be done. Give your mother a gift of that. Write her a letter and let her know how much you love and cherish the beauty that's in her, because mothers make a lot of sacrifices for children. And I mean, even when they get older, we still make a lot of sacrifices. And it is the value that you have got to learn to understand, that no one has to do anything. Just because they brought you in the world, they don't owe you anything. So you have to understand that to honor your mother and your father, when they say your days will be longer, that's real talk. So you make sure that, do that as a gift to your mom or to your dad. If you haven't been getting along, let this be a change, because a lot of times you carry a lot of baggage into the new year. Don't do that to yourself. Don't carry baggage into the new year. Do something different for your life. Make your life anew when it comes to this new year.
And Tell you what you do. If you're in the store right now, just put the bags down. You don't got to buy nothing. You don't have to buy anything. Christmas is not about you buying anybody anything at all. They didn't die. They didn't wasn't born to save nobody. It's not their birthday.
Don't
Whose
tell
birth?
people to put their bags down there
I
yet.
don't look. Look.
Just don't overdo it. Don't put your
The,
bags
the
down. Keep
whole
on
the whole
shopping.
spirit of Christmas is wrong. It's all about merchandising and selling something and buying somebody something who don't deserve anything. And you're buying it, trying to get their affections or their appreciation for something that they did not even do. And you out there struggling, charging stuff on your charge card, paying interest on that for somebody who don't appreciate anything, trying to win their favor. Don't buy them anything at all. Get around to the real purpose of Christmas in the first place. It's about rebirth. It's about hope. It's about buying salvation for for mankind. You want to do something nice for somebody. You don't have to pay a dime. You can get them a dollar card from the dollar store, and it'll say more than anything you could ever buy them. Apologize for something you've done. Tell them that you love them regardless of what they are and whatever, and take them to lunch. Buy them a buy them a burger. It's the thought that counts.
And that's what we're
And
saying.
everybody smiles and everybody greets each other around. People like the idea of Christmas, not that the practice, because the practice is just running around shopping. But the fact that people are on the streets and they wave and they greet each other, that's where it should be every day. Every
Yes.
day. How you doing? Merry Christmas. Everybody's in a good mood. It has nothing to do with what you just bought at the store. And you raiding Walmart, trying to buy everything they got on sale. It is not even necessary. That is not the purpose of the holiday, and we have gotten away from that. We don't even mention Christ during the holiday. It ain't on the TV. It ain't on the commercials. People barely mention it. And the only way you do is go to church and find out what Christmas is all about. It's a mask for the Christ who came long after the world was here to guide people in the right direction. Why? They need it. If you don't believe me, look around you. Look where the government's going and the people in the neighborhood and tell everybody got to have a gun. And then when people start winding up shooting each other, you're going like, how'd that happen? Why'd they do that? Because they got a
Really.
gun.
Really.
And everybody's got one. You told them to have one. You gave them the bullets.
And then it's going to be very, very interesting the beginning of the year when everything starts up with the cannabis. That's going to be very,
Well,
very
I don't
interesting.
think that that's going to be to a fool. Yeah, but people. Look, I've been in Asia. It grows along the side of the road. It's been around since the Indians used it. It's some medicinal purposes. So you're not going to go crazy with it. If you do, you were crazy to begin with. It's got
Well,
nothing to do with that cannabis that you just got to smoke it or whatever. Have you sleepy and hungry and that's it. If you acting a fool, you a fool to begin with. So
well, we'll
don't be
see.
blaming it on alcohol and blaming it on something else. You just a fool.
Yeah.
Period. So don't be talking about something he was high. No, that's low. You don't get high, you get low. You get low and slow, sleepy, slow, and
Well,
hungry.
then what's the
That's
point
it.
then, Jesus?
Well, actually, it's supposed to be good for your system. There are certain ingredients in it that's good for pain. Cannabis has a lot of other uses rather than just getting you high.
Oh, you talking about the one that's helping you with all of that? They take the high out
Because the medicinal, you
because
can.
hemp is
There's a lot you can do with hemp. You know, you can make paper and clothes out of it. It has. It's a weed. So what? How many crops can you get a year? Five,
it's a
six?
lot you can do with hemp.
You can get so many crops out of it and make so many clothes and make so many usable items out of it. Not just smoking it or ingesting it or doing it for medicinal purpose. There are a lot of things you can do with hemp.
Well, it's going to be very interesting. I still say that it's
It
going to
makes
be.
the
Although
strongest.
I understand they have about 600 pages of the law that people are going to have to be,
Because
conscious of
that's
what's
nothing but
happening.
that's control. That's all control. That's
Well, they're
just
going to
for
do
to
that.
control people and tell them what to do and what they can't do with it and all that
Well,
kind of
one
stuff.
good thing that I think is good is that the release of a lot of uh, uh, people that's been locked up for,
non-violent
yeah,
offenders or who in jail
yeah,
for
for
having a joint, a pound or
having a
two on
little
them.
joint or something, and
Yeah,
they've been locked up for 20 years.
yeah, give me a year for
So
that.
for that, I'm glad to see that happen.
Yeah, so
So we just want you to be happy, enjoy the holidays, and on that note, I want you to hear another one of my holiday songs.
keep your money.
Do your shopping. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? And this child that you deliver will soon deliver you. Oh, Mary, did you know? Did you know? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will calm a storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? When you kiss your little baby, you've kissed the face of God. Oh, Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know? The blind will see. Mary, did you know? That's one of my favorite holiday songs. Speaking of Christ and just the power of God is real. That's a beautiful piece. So we're just really hoping that you have a wonderful holiday season. It is upon us and coming very fast. And Ed and I won't be back until the 7th. The 7th.
Right,
Yeah,
January 7th.
January 7th. And we're hoping and wishing you wonderful Christmas, a happy holiday, and just have fun, just enjoy, and just really be happy. As I always say, when you embrace life, life will certainly embrace you back. We want you to be health conscious for the new year, and any resolutions that you make with your health in mind, make sure that you follow up and do that. That's what I plan on doing, as well as Ed. And one of the things that we want to make sure that you know about, make sure that you take probiotics, and your vitamin C. Those really and truly will keep your immune system up. And it also, there is a product called Mullins. Mullens. It's by Solar Ray, and it's very, very good for your bronchial and your respiratory system. So make sure that you check that out and just stay warm, stay cozy, and we want you to just enjoy the remainder of the year and really and truly go into the new year with a good peace of mind, good thoughts, and just really and truly stay focused on happiness and love. Love is possible. Make sure that you download my CD, Love is Possible, and make sure that you download You Are. That is a song that you can give to a friend, a lover, and we want you to make sure that you share. We're going to be doing a few changes on my Facebook and trying to pull some things together. So you'll see a little, some little movements, but know that 2020, Zemrah is coming, and it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful year. It's going to be a whole another kind of thing. I've been working all year and working, going to work every day, but I cannot, and I've already said my music cannot suffer that. I've been in the insurance business for about 30 years, and I love it because I've helped a lot of people. But I also know that my God gift, I must make that happen. And I've got some other things with my book, Rap into the Minds of Our Teens. And I have a couple other things that I'm working on for 2020. So I've already claimed 2020 to be a grand year for me. And with your blessings, I asked you to keep my my blessings in prayer, and that everything will flow and go just like I want for 2020. Definitely, I'll be singing a whole lot more. You'll see a whole lot more of me on stage. So, again, we're going to be preparing for Here's the Life 7, which will be my seventh concert. And I'm looking so forward to that. Of course, Wilda Belt will be leading it up as she always does. She's the one that assists me with my concerts and wonderful travel agent. So again, if you need any travel, make sure that you check out Wilda Fun Travel. She's the girl. She did so much traveling this year until it's just been phenomenal. So she's the girl for travel if you want to get some good trips. She talked about a trip that she took to Ghana this year, which was absolutely phenomenal.
Going home.
And she's going to be doing that again for, I believe, 20, if not 2020, definitely for 2021. And she's saying that's a trip that everyone should definitely take. It's like Ed said, it's like going home, seeing yourself amongst everybody. So that's what we got to know that and understand the essence of that as well. So we want you to sit back, relax, because Pillow Talk with God is coming up next. And again, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a wonderful, wonderful New Year. You have a wonderful rest of your evening.
And during this holiday season, keep the main thing, and save your money. Okay? And as always, I want to thank Earl and Wanda for allowing me to be myself again.
Yeah. Good evening. Love is possible when you believe.